Okay, we have another list of 5 Robin suits we would want to see in the upcoming Batman Arkham game, which is rumored to heavily feature the Bat family. That obviously would include our boy Tim Drake Robin. Now, for the majority of these suits, they are all Tim Drake suits, with the exception of one, and some honorable mentions, which we're going to get to. Now, there can't always be honorable mentions, but this time there was sort of too much to pick from when it comes to the Robin mantle. Nate, you're here today.
Hey, what's up, guys?
So we're glad to have you back on the good old Channel Rooney.
The Channel Rooney?
Yeah, just hanging with the bros.
Is that the brother of Mickey Rooney?
Yes.
Channel Rooney?
It is. We're hanging with the bros discussing some Arkham. So, we'll crack open a cold one with the boys and get right into it. The New 52 was a bit of an odd reboot for a lot of characters. Batman got reinvented, I think, in a way that everybody liked, but some of the Bat family had some odd changes. Tim Drake was one of them. He had never been Robin, essentially. Like, it seems like it was retconned that he was sort of always Red Robin, at least in the New 52. Now it's sort of gone back a little bit, in terms of his costume design, at least in Detective Comics for the Rebirth. But that's why we wanted to take a look at the New 52's original Red Robin suit. It's obviously one that people are going to be pretty familiar with. It's very similar to the early 2000s Tim Drake suit, and there's a lot of cool design stuff with this.
Yeah, I think it looks really cool because it's so simple. Like, it has the red for the whole costume basically, except for his black underwear.
Yeah. Oh, they're called briefs, please.
Sorry, his black briefs.
Yeah, all right.
But I also really like his belt too. Like, I know that sounds like kind of weird because it's just a belt.
Well, yeah, but the big pouches are kind of unique to this suit.
Yeah, and that's something that obviously Batman has, but I feel like that's something that Robin also has a lot of too, like his gadgets and stuff like that he has. I don't know, it just looks cool. Like, it really complements the suit.
Yeah, it does, especially because I think that people had gotten very used to a bit of the more green pants look because of the 90s, but this did sort of change that up from things like even the 2000s Teen Titans cartoon and make it a bit different, I think. And you also have things like the gold yellowy trim on the cape that match alongside with his utility belt.
Yeah.
So there are a lot of cool color choices there. And the black and red was always one of my favorite color schemes for him. So the second suit we have is actually the Teen Titans cartoon suit. It's pretty accepted that it was Dick Grayson. So why is that on this list? Because this suit, even though it is related to Dick Grayson, it actually was designed off of a lot of the color schemes and the design choices from the early 2000s Robin. Like the Tim Drake early 2000s Robin.
Yeah.
And it also popularized this character for a lot of people.
Yeah, I'd say this is one of the most iconic versions of Robin, even.
Yeah, especially in cartoon, television series. Like, this is kind of what people think of.
Yeah.
And now I suppose Titans sort of, but that is for sure Dick Grayson. And it also doesn't look anything like a Dick Grayson suit, the Titans one.
Right.
So this is kind of hard for me because I think that I try to keep these lists so that it's like, oh, if Tim Drake is Robin in this game, we're just doing Tim Drake suits. But if it's so based off of the Tim Drake aesthetic, I feel like it should count. And you sort of do start to see, like with Batman, there are Batman skins in the Arkham games that are not Bruce Wayne. Like you see in Arkham Origins, there's the Nightfall skin that was obviously Azrael. You see in Arkham Knight, there's the Battle for the Cowl suit, which was actually Dick Grayson as Batman. So it's kind of hard to actually make these decisions while staying in those rules. But this suit is probably, would you say, the simplest Robin suit?
I would say so. It looks a lot like just his original basic suit with the color scheme and everything about it.
And the biggest steel toe boots ever.
Yeah. He has like size 15 feet.
He's basically Sora from Kingdom Hearts. But he has like these gloves that don't actually connect with the shirt. The shirt is more of a t-shirt. It's obviously built for athleticism. You have like the very simple and short cape. And you have like the just plain green trousers. And I remember thinking how good this looked because it didn't have like the brief underwear look on top of the trousers.
Yeah, they like extended the underwear to actual pants.
Yeah. And I think that actually added to the simplicity while also making this suit vibe on its own. His hair is also pretty unique here. Like, it has its own unique pattern that I think would make any skin of a character look good.
I think one of the reasons what made this suit so iconic was kind of like with the New 52 suit, just how simple it was. They didn't try to be over dramatic with some of his design choices, like his gloves. They're not like super weird or whatever.
No, they're just cloth.
Yeah. Or it wasn't anything over, there wasn't anything like overemphasized or too big or whatever, except for his boots.
Well, yeah, it sort of looks like a kid made this.
Yeah.
And he is a teenager.
Yeah. And it does fit with the whole Teen Titans vibe.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not supposed to be like a super like big thing. It's just like a simple suit.
Yeah, and you kind of see that too in other suits in the game that I think work well, like even Batman Year One. It's just extremely simple.
Yeah.
And that sort of flows well with the game. And it's a stark contrast to other like high-tech Arkham suits that we've seen in recent years. So I think that would be a nice addition. The third suit we actually have is another New 52 Red Robin. It's the one that a lot of people are going to be familiar with. It's the normal Red Robin from the New 52. And this one is very unique compared to the original one. It's much less just classic Robin. It keeps those colors, but sort of extends the theme outward. I would say my favorite thing about this suit is his cape.
Same. Yeah, I like how it kind of looks like what's those like Asian fan things? I don't know what those are called, but
oh, you mean like it's textured like a Chinese fan?
Yeah, the Chinese fan.
Yeah. It is sort of textured like that, but you also sort of get the idea that these are wings.
Right.
Like it's like an actual bird.
Yeah, and this is not to be confused with the Red Robin skin that is already in the Arkham games.
No, yeah, good point. I literally forgot to mention that. There's obviously that one. It's similar.
It is similar. It doesn't have the hood.
No, yeah. So there was like it almost looked like a do-rag that he would wear on his head. So it made him look like a douchebag to me. Like he just looked like a loser. I don't like that old Red Robin suit. I know like some people did.
I never liked it.
I thought it looked stupid. But I like this version of it a lot better because you get rid of the do-rag so he doesn't look like that guy who hangs out under the bridge at the skater park.
Yeah.
And he actually looks like it fits Tim Drake as a character better. He still has these, I don't know what you'd call them. They're almost like utility belts around his chest. I know there's a term for that and I don't know what it is, that connect in the middle. There is no R here that really shows up usually. It's just a lot more simple and clean, and I love it.
Yeah, I like how his mask also looks a lot similar to just the regular New 52 outfit.
Yeah, it's
like his whole mask, his face, his hair even.
Well, it's definitely a progression.
Yeah.
I would say it's like the evolution of that character.
Right.
And that's why certain things that we'll get to later are so obnoxious. But the next suit we have is a deep cut. Now, way, way, way back. Way back before the New 52, we actually had a Tim Drake suit that it was in the first Robin issue I ever read. So Robin used to have standalone comics. He doesn't really anymore. He just kind of shows up in everything. But back in the day, the Robin run of Tim Drake comics was actually pretty popular. There was a whole, like, arc, I guess you'd say, where he went off to the Arctic in order to track down one of his friends. I think his friend's name was Danny. I would have to look into it, but I think that's what it was.
Danny DeVito?
Not Danny DeVito.
Oh,
no,
okay.
It was just Danny. Unless I'm just Freudian slipping and I'm thinking about Danny DeVito. And he had to go there and track down one of his friends. He had to fight King Snake, everyone's favorite Batman villain, King Snake.
That's my favorite villain. I don't know what you're talking about.
And it was sort of, I always called it the Arctic suit. I'm not sure if there's another name for it. It had a built-in yellow hood that he generally didn't have on. It was like yellow and red. It's simplified. It still has the R on it. It has a normal belt, normal pants. There's obviously like thermal wear on it. Like, it's just very unique.
Yeah, and actually, I don't really know a lot about this comic series, but this suit actually reminds me a lot of the original Bucky Barnes suit from the Captain America comic series.
Yeah, that's true.
It kind of has like that vibe of like the kind of like a World War II kind of like mixed with a Arctic coat sort
Yeah,
of feel.
yeah, no, I agree.
It looks really cool. Like, I do like the hood. I like the yellow line that runs through it.
Yeah, it's also very simple. Again, it's very simple, but very insulated.
Yeah.
I don't think it would take a lot of effort to put this in the game as a skin.
No, it'd be very easy.
Yeah, and I think that it would fit. The thing with all of these characters is we want to pick suits that are fitting, but also different enough to give the player variety and sort of agency in what kind of costume they want to pick.
Yeah, actually my favorite thing about this particular suit, well, besides the hood, I love the hood, but I also love those boots and the knee brace on there.
Yeah, there's a knee brace on each one, and it's like especially it sort of makes sense. I mean, that's something that I've always had an issue with comic book characters, and people will say like, well, I don't like the armored versions of these characters. Like, I like it more like when it's, just like the streamlined look. And I get it from a design perspective, but do you really think someone as smart as Bruce Wayne or Tim Drake would leave their knee exposed to just be snapped like a twig?
No, especially when in the Arkham games, they snap everyone's knee all the time.
Yeah, and these are people who would be armored, at least in critical places.
Well, and also they would probably design a piece of their outfit that would give them protection, but also not just be super clunky and in the way.
Right, so you don't mean the Batman Begins where you have to turn the whole body in order to turn your
not
neck?
that one, yeah.
Okay. So the final suit we have...
This is the best one.
Here's the thing. There are suits for Tim Drake that are Robin suits, and there are suits for Tim Drake that define a generation.
This is one of them.
Yeah, I would say they define a genre of music. Now, you might know that Tim Drake is no longer Robin in the Rebirth comics. No.
No.
He is Drake.
The singer?
And because of that, we put together a little piece here. A little piece we're going to perform for you. You used to call me on your bat phone late night when you needed help. Call me on your bat phone late night when you need my help. Hey there, is that Vicky Vale? Or is that Mr. Freeze's hail? The Drake costume is the dumbest thing in the world. I hate this suit.
This is so dumb.
They ruined Robin's look. He looks like a douche. Okay, you know what?
He looks like a super edgy, like, douchebag.
Yeah, you know how I described this to you, by the way, that, like, I just love the description of? He looks like a Tron cosplayer that got flushed down a poopy toilet. Yeah. Like, he is just brown all over and dumb. He looks like you should just wipe him down with some TP and try to clean him off.
My least favorite part about this is the hair. It's like that, like, edgy 90s, like, split hair where they have it, like, down into, like, the bangs. You know what I'm talking about?
I do. It's so dumb. It's supposed to be high tech, but it comes off looking just absolutely bonkers. It's stupid. Not even his utility belt looks cool. For some reason in this picture, he's striking a yoga pose in the air.
Yeah, what is
I don't know
that?
if he's trying to find inner peace because his costume's so dumb, or if he's just contemplating ending it or what. But it's stupid, and you know what? That's why it deserves a place in Arkham. Because not only would it be so out of place that you'd have to be the most unique individual to pick the Drake suit. It would really add player customization to the game, because you personally, there is one person out there that loves the Drake suit. And that person, this would be made for them. Have you ever considered a DLC made for one person?
I haven't.
No, exactly. It's forward thinking.
You should be a game designer here.
Oh, I am. Secretly, I am. I am actually working at WB Games Montreal, and I'm fielding like ideas for this channel. No, so this is the dumbest thing ever. I don't work at WB. And I can't wait to see this in the game. I'm just assuming they are going to go ahead and put it in there.
It's already in the game.
And you know what? If nothing else, this would raise awareness of how stupid Tim Drake looks now in current day comics. It's sort of like how you have like a sporting event and you like bring awareness to like a disease. Like you bring up something like
cancer.
Yeah, like cancer or HIV or just something like terrible that like affects a lot of people, right? And you bring it to the forefront of everyone's attention by putting it on something popular. So you have everybody watching the Super Bowl, Super Bowl. Wow, the Super Bowl.
The Super Bowl.
And you play an ad and you're talking about, you know, like some virus that people get, and you're like, this is why we need to work on this, guys. We need to come together as a group to change the world.
Is this raising awareness for diarrhea?
You knew where I was going with this. It's going to be in a Pepto-Bismol ad. I don't know. I have nothing else to say about this. It's the dumbest thing. It's the dumbest thing ever, and I can't believe the person who designed this is not an AI and is actually a human being with a soul. So guys, let us know what you think about this list. Did you enjoy it? Would you love to play as the Drake suit? Maybe every time you put it on, it does a little remix of a Drake song. Obviously, there's we could have you know how God's Plan? We could have Grodd's Plan play when you wear it sometimes. So we're wondering what you think of this list. We're hoping you enjoyed it. Let me know what your 5 Tim Drake or Robin suits are that you'd want to see. Our honorable mentions for this list, just to throw it out there real quick because I almost forgot, it would be great to see the Jason Todd Arkham Robin suit. I don't think it would fit with playing as Red Hood because Robin doesn't use guns. So it would fit with Robin better. And I think that for another honorable mention, it would be great to see the Chris O'Donnell Batman Forever suit. It's so stupid again. It would be great to see. Just really fun.
I want a Robin Nips on my suit.
Oh, absolutely. Personally. So let us know what you think in the comments down below. Do you like these suits? Are there other suits you'd want to see? What are your impressions on Danny DeVito and his acting career? Let us know. Would he have been a good Pikachu? We'll see you in the next one. Have a great day.